So Becky and I met in high school. She was a senior and I was a freshman, and we both played clarinet in the band. And so it was actually a few years after that we started dating, and then we were together for 8 years before we got married in 2008. And so we were pretty eager to start our family.
I was really, really ready, and we tried for about a year and it didn't happen. And I had always had adoption in the back of my mind, not really quite foster care, but as you get into the system and you learn they kind of go hand in hand, that possibility became less scary. And we could have just gotten an adoptive license, but that would have closed the door on all these awesome foster children that we've had. So that is a route that you can take. You can just get an adoptive license, but they're both the same, so we added foster on. Not sure if we were gonna use it, but I'm so glad that we did, because we wouldn't have met all these amazing children and all these amazing people that we have if we had just closed that door. And every time they leave, it's sad, but I know that we made a difference for that kid, and they hopefully take a little piece of us into the world, just as I will always have a little piece of them in my heart.
When Becky came, it was like, she knocked on the door, Joe came to the door, answered it. It was just like shock went through the house. It was all quiet and stuff. And then she went upstairs, checked the rooms, and then she said to me, "Let's go." And I hopped in the van that she brought, and we headed to the agency that day. And I was ready to go somewhere else.
Immediately, she stood out to me. She didn't look anything like me and Jared. We both have light hair, but her profile was like me at her age. She played clarinet, she was into music, her favorite colors were red and black, which is like a prerequisite to living in Kenton. And I was like, could there be a more perfect child for us? And so I started calling Hancock County over here and connected with her caseworker and the adoption worker over there, and we knew about her a lot longer than she knew about us.
When she moved in, it was just such an easy transition, and even from a week into it, it was like she had always been there, and it wasn't anything to it.
It was like I had someone that cared for me more than anybody else there.
They're definitely changing our lives. Our lives have gotten a little bit busier, but it feels so much fuller. You don't know that feeling until you have it.
I can't remember what life was like before we had the kids in our home, and even though from the outside looking in it looks like total chaos, I think that busyness it's so natural now, and you get used to it, and it just kind of becomes a part of your life.
But what we hope for the kids is that they just feel loved and that they can be as successful as they can be. Every kid is going to be different, every kid is going to follow a different path, and we just hope we can help them find the perfect path for them.
Just being patient and showing them love and that you care about them can help them make such a change in such a short amount of time.
I would probably end up living a much different life than I am now. It would just be a whole different life.
Well, if someone who's considering the idea of becoming a foster parent, you need to get all the information, and if you can talk to people like us who have been through it, I think that helps too. And just know that it is unpredictable. You may not always know what you're going to get, but those children that come to you are going to benefit from you in so many ways that you may not even realize.
definitely do it. It's so rewarding. There's so many kids out there that just need a loving home. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be rich. You just have to have a space in your house and space in your heart. Basically, that's all it takes.
You know, and if you have it in your heart to do it, you know, it's something that you really should consider.
I think they should really adopt for kids and take in kids that need to be taken in, so they aren't lonely and so they feel like they have someone with them.